Welcome back to TMZ Live. One of the stars of Ghost Adventures, Zak Bagans, has made a purchase. A haunted house for $35,000 in Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana. Let me say it once again. This is bizarre, but this house supposedly had a history of being haunted by ghosts, and Zak was interested in it. The backstory to this is very interesting, why people believe that house is haunted. So Zak is joining us right now. Zak, welcome to TMZ Live.
How you guys doing?
We're good. So first of all, what's the allure to that little shack?
Well, here you have a case that may be the cream of the crop, the big home run for paranormal, for demonic natured hauntings. The thing that's intriguing me to this is how many different credible sources are validating the claims of this exorcism.
Hey Zak, it's Gary. So Harvey, one of the things with this house is there were reports that the kids, when they were staying there, actually levitated above the beds and had, at one point when they claimed that they were possessed, had walked backwards up a wall, during the possession. And this was witnessed by other people that were at the house and officials.
We have a CPS report where medical staff have actually documented that while they were at the doctor's office,
Not
these
the house,
children,
but at the doctor's office.
these children were observed being lifted and thrown into a wall with nobody touching them.
The CPS worker and the nurses all saw this kid crawl backwards up the wall. They saw this kid crawl backwards up the wall.
It sounds like you need to get in touch with the kid and not so much the house.
This may well be the most well-documented exorcism, and it has a lot to do with the house because the captain of the police department believes that a portal to hell is underneath that staircase, and they're finding things in that dirt right now that may have something to do with this demonic infestation.
What? I mean, what? What specifically did he say that is shocking?
That when he went to the house, he saw things with his officers and took photos of figures, of these figures, of two men that were standing there that were not of flesh and blood.
Have you seen the pictures?
I've seen some of the photos, but not all the ones that his other officers took, because his other officers want nothing to do with this. They were apparently freaked out by this so much that they don't want to be involved like some of the other people that are involved and doing interviews. But he told me that he left the house and he pulled over to the side. His radio went completely to white noise, lost all transmission to radio signals, and a voice came through that radio, and it told him something, and it gave me chills.
What did it say? You're being really general. What did it say?
It told him something about, don't ever go back to that house. And he gave me the voice, the vocal tone that it spoke through.
Have you seen the pictures yet? You said that you said you saw some of the police chief's pictures. What did you see in the photos? What did you see in the photos? Did you see what he says he saw?
The photos that they took inside the house, I have not seen those. I've seen the photo that they took outside the house.
Oh, so you haven't seen this?
So you haven't seen the figure?
Not the photos that they took inside the house of the two figures, but there was a photo released on the outside of the house that apparently shows one of the figures standing in a window. I don't know enough about the photo to give 100% analysis of it, but it does look like a figure, and this is going up against the credibility of a police department.
Okay, Zak, we are totally out of time, but again, thank you very much. If you get any pictures, send them to us, okay?
I'll let you know what happens. I may not be me or speaking in the same voice the next time you talk to me.
Okay, we are forewarned. We're gonna take. By the way,
does he not pay his light bill?
No, but
every time we talk to Zak, he's just in total darkness.
Something tells me it's part of the whole thing. 2 words: Lionel Richie.
Dancing on the ceiling?
You know the way that works, don't you? Okay, we're gonna take a break.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. So if you've seen a ghost, you are probably not on the cast of Ghost Hunters, because one of the guys from the very popular show is now admitting that he has never, ever seen a ghost.
His name is Steve Gonsalves. He's been doing this for 20 years.
Yes, and he says he has never seen a floating apparition. He says, I've seen a lot of things I can't explain, objects moving, things falling that don't make sense, but I've never seen an actual ghost.
So it raises an issue.
So immediately everyone goes, aha! I knew that those shows were all fake. I knew that it was just manipulation of the audience
And not just
making it up.
And by the way, not just his show, all of these ghost shows, and there are a lot of popular shows on
It's
TV.
throwing shade on all those
so
shows.
is he now blown the lid off of this, and is it going to hurt these shows? Zak Bagans is on Ghost Adventures, and Zak makes a good living off of his show, and he joins us right now. We want to talk about what Steve said. Zak, welcome to TMZ Live.
How you guys doing?
We're good.
man.
So to what Steve says, you say what?
You know, you got to understand, just because you don't see it, that doesn't mean that it isn't there. The energy inside of our bodies is one of the most mysterious and powerful energies in the world, in the universe. And it still is a mystery right now what happens to this energy when we die. And all that I know is when it comes to my show, Ghost Adventures, you know, we are very open in having electrical engineers, the publisher of Skeptic Magazine. Anybody that wants to join us in our investigation can. We invite that. We are not trying to hide anything. This is a passion that I have had way before this TV show started. I didn't get casted to play the role of a paranormal investigator. And, you know, I'm not attacking any other shows. Steve Gonzalez is a nice guy, and their reputation is good. But there are some other shows that I know are overproduced, and they cast, you know, paranormal investigators.
Well, have you personally
actually seen one?
A physical?
An apparition.
Yeah.
I've seen 3 of them. The first one that I saw is what got me into this. And that's when I had an experience when I was living in Detroit, Michigan. And I was never thinking about ghosts. I wasn't trying to plan a career with a ghost hunting TV show. I was in Detroit selling cell phones at AT&T Wireless going to school.
I got to ask you one other question. You sound really angry, and I'm not sure, is that because of what Steve said? But you do sound very upset about this.
I'm not upset. I just, you know, everybody perceives, you know, television to be fake, or they perceive television and certain people on television to be the voice for the entire population of the world. That's just Steve's personal experience. He's never seen an apparition. Maybe he will, but that doesn't mean that he should be criticized for it. He's a great investigator.
Hey, Harvey. Hey, Zak, this is Gary. Harvey, remember we did a story on Zak a couple years ago. He actually had a spirit in his house that was haunting him, that was like pulling on him when he was sleeping, and attacked a girl that he brought home one night. So he's actually like dealt with this in real life.
And I think that's why, Harvey, that's why you feel and sense this level of maybe anger in me, is because I've dealt with some very serious problems from filming these investigations on my show. And so has Nick and Aaron, my investigators.
All right, I understand you're doing something on your website just for this time of year, I take it?
Yeah, I've launched a Reaper which just signifies my personal belief in the afterlife, and really just not to fear death.
Zak, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate
man.
it. Okay, let's break.
When we come back, Kim Kardashian.